never know. You're not dead yet. You haven't hit menopause yet. You're fine. You're fine. You're still a young, supple lady that everybody seems to enjoy.
I'll probably run off and be a nun. You say that, motherfucker. I piss people off all the time.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Good luck being a nun.
It's pretty easy, even though I will be kind of a thing of temptation, which is why I'll only be surrounded by other women.
Yeah, you would be a real problem serving any kind of priest.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Yeah, clip that, boys. Clip that, boys. You're never going to want to lose that one. You're never going to want to lose that one.
Michael, I see boobies in the thumbnail. I click the simple,
the simple things, you know. I love that, dude. He's like, I think he meant I like the simple things, you know. And I hope he's still out there. I hope he's still out there. Here he comes back and it starts, because I thought that was wonderful. I saw that and I was like, I can respect the fuck out of that. I can respect that. Like that's an honest broker right there. You know what I mean? That's an honest broker.
And all natural. So,
boy, ain't that a fact? That is a fact, no doubt about that. Oh, sorry.
Fucking hell! But fuck summer. Everyone who was bitching about winter and it's too cold and blah blah blah. Go fuck yourself. It's so fucking annoying getting hot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it just depends on how it finishes. You know, when you peak and when you cool down. I guess, but. I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. Oh my god,
you idiot! Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this next round of Doctor Who, completely sober Who. At least on my end, it's going to be very interesting because this is where we're actually going to start judging these fucking episodes, where you start to see like little twists and turns here and there, just like, oh no, this is shite. Oh, this is where that was starting to get more and more accepted, even though it's bullshit. Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately she's not lying, and that really sucks, but unfortunately she's not lying. Oh.
And I do think, like, I think they don't know what to do with Clara anymore, so she's just kind of like, the whole point of the Doctor's companion was a human element, adding a human visual to this grandiose thing that is the
human
Doctor
perspective.
Too. Yeah, the human perspective. I don't think she does that a lot. She's just kind of bitchy, especially in this new season.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from on that one. And I think the other problem is it's like she peaked way too early. And it's like when you get to that point as a companion where now you're more of a partner versus somebody that the Doctor's kind of like showing the universe to. You know what I mean? Is normally when it's time to like discard a companion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what? Let's just go ahead and get started. If we're going to talk about this, let's just go ahead and get started and we'll talk about that.
I don't got much else going on. I was lying in bed all week, so and then going to work and then lying in bed.
Boys, it's true. Oh, no. It's true. I've verified it. She messaged me. She let me know all about it. It's not as exciting as you think.
It's not as hot as you think. It's just weird messages as my brain is baking.
It's pretty much the case. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, another wonderful edition of Saturday Night when Who was good.
In the heart of the cosmos, where time and space collide, the Doctor and his TARDIS forever to glide. From the streets of London to the far edges of space, with Rose, Martha and Donna, through time they chase. Daleks and their fury, Cybermen, steel and cold, the mysteries of Bad Wolf, stories untold. To the planet of New Earth and the fires of Pompeii, through the shadows of the vast, and their right they find their way. Back when Who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time, a wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show universe was at their command. Jesse, the common nerd with a vision so bright, guiding through the episodes into the night. The maiden sunker with insights to unveil, and Mr. Grant Gregory with lore to regain. Back when Who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a daily verse was at their command. From the Battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, were heroes and legends in their prime. The Sakurax invasion and the last Dalek stand, with the Doctor at Coolberry and London. Back when Who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a daily verse was at their command. From the Battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, were heroes and legends in their prime.
So, all of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will, where do you want to start?
How's everybody doing tonight, boys and girls? It's just with the common nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things through a common sense lens. And welcome to another wonderful Saturday night special edition of When Who Was Good, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate all of you being here. It is always a very good time. We had a wonderful show last week, although I think Sunker absolutely hated and despised that episode to like no uncanny. But before we get into all of that review and all of that kind of stuff, let's continue the conversation we were having before we started. But before that happens, and we will say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat here in a little bit. Sunker, beautiful, darling, how are you? And then carry on what you were talking about before we did the intro.
Hello. I'm doing okay. I was sick all week with it wasn't like a normal sick. It was the weirdest sick in the world where I was just lethargic all the fucking time and hungry. So I just spent the entire time passing out. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Continuing on from our conversation then.
Yeah, because we're starting to get to that point where things are starting to change. There's a lot of the you can tell a lot of the kind of the diversity stuff is kind of starting to happen in the background, and a lot of that stuff starting to slowly seep in and creep in and that kind of thing.
Like, it feels a little bit bad, but like as much as I love Michelle Gomez's performance the entire time, I do think that she's a little bit of a Trojan horse where like you can't be mad at her. She's just that fucking good. She was just that great for the role. But since they used her doing this, then they started using that as an excuse. Like, why can't the next Doctor be a woman? You allowed the Master to be a woman. And it's just like, oh, go fuck yourself. It's completely different. And you know it. I'm sorry, my hair is stringy. It's too fucking hot in Cali.
No, you're good. But no, you're right. And that's where some of the stuff starts to seep in there. We start to get a few cringe lines here and there about things, and the whole, and like, that is one of the issues that I kind of had with the last one was, humanizing villains has become a real trope as of late, right? It's just like the girl boss trope that everybody can't stand. It's all that exact same kind of thing. The humanizing of the villains has been a trope that they've done a lot lately. And it started early in comic books a while back, and now it's kind of infected out to everywhere else. And that's one of the problems with it. It's just like it's like one thing. It's like you can get away with it every once in a while if the character's written properly, but now it's become such a trope that everybody just rolls their eyes at it at this point.
Well, you can't get props just for doing it anymore, and that's kind of where this bad writing kind of comes from. You get props. It used to be you got props for doing it because it was never done before. It was so underutilized. Nowadays, everyone fucking uses it, and they keep using it for the worst reasons ever. Other than like, well, people got props for doing this before, making the sympathetic villain. It worked for Magneto. It worked in comic books when Xavier died, because in the comic book Xavier dies and then Magneto actually steps up and takes over the academy and actually tries to follow in Xavier's footsteps. Like that was a good baby, like it's not heel turn, it's face turn.
A heel turn is essentially what it is. It's when they go from a heel to a baby face. So I guess it's one way or the other. Either way, it's one of them situations where it's but there was also a lot of setup for that, right? Because you had decades worth of him and Xavier respecting each other at that level that once they came face to face, a lot of the time there was lines neither one of them would cross, even though they were on completely opposing sides. They were completely opposing sides to, one was dominance, essentially repeat what he went through, which of course that's not how the original Magneto was. He was just a straight villain from the get-go. But it was repeat that stuff from the get-go, repeat what had been done to him, or Xavier, where it's the direct opposite, where he's trying to find peace, he's trying to find balance, he wants both sides to mix together, and that was one of the things, is there was always so much respect to them, and they had so much of that history that it was one of them situations where you could understand why him dying, because they were best friends, dying would make it to where, okay, that makes sense. He's so devastated by his best friend. He's seen a little bit of the error of his ways. And if nothing else, he doesn't want what his best friend created to completely collapse.
Because he could have absolutely gone over and destroyed everything his friend made, which actually is when they do it in movies, or they have him destroy a little bit too much, it doesn't quite make sense. I actually think the fault, even though the first X-Men movie had its faults, I did like that dynamic they established between Magneto and Xavier. I can't remember the actors. I know one's Patrick Stewart, the other actor, even though he's very famous and I should know his name. But there was always that respect between those guys, especially when they're doing like a gun police standoff. I actually like that a lot, because you could have had Xavier going into Magneto's mind and like killing him, or you could have had Magneto going over and like crushing Xavier's wheelchair, and it would be done. It'd be over. But it's because they were friends, or at least they were. They had a code of conduct or a code of honor that they don't do that.
Well, and I think at the end of the day, they knew that both of them wanted what was best for mutant kind. They just had two very different opinions on what was best for mutant kind, but they knew at the end of the day that was both of them's priority, was mutants and making sure that they were safe and taken care of and not treated bad. It was just two very, very opposing viewpoints as to why you do that. But like you said, that's why something like that worked. But when you do it to somebody who you don't have that kind of stuff, like they did it with Davros. Yeah, exactly, which was essentially what Davros was supposed to be. He made his superior race, and then he marched out there and dominated the universe with it and wiped everything else out that was not Dalek. So it's like you essentially went out there and sympathized him, and you're just like, no, Scotty, no.
God, there was so much.
I appreciated the way they did it. Once again, it's an overused trope.
Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't hate that episode. I just hated a lot of the elements that I found was just forced, rather than something that felt natural to go over in terms of storytelling. The Magician's Apprentice, as I was saying before, it would have made way more sense if we saw much more of the Doctor and much more Davros, and saw that interaction, Davros as a kid and the Doctor, to the point where it would have been better if we saw a lot of that, up to the Doctor going over and like, I like you, kid, and then it's like, what's your name? Davros. Oh, well. And then do connective tissue enough to get to the Witch's Familiar, and then you would have kind of an opposites where you have the Master, which is the bad guy, working with Clara. And it was just very frustrating. And also the whole thing with like Mercy, like, how would you know about Mercy? It's just like we've seen the Daleks plead for mercy before. They do understand that concept of mercy. I believe it wasn't even the ones that was one tainted by Rose.
But no, River Song was threatening one of them. River Song was threatening one of them. The one that came alive in the with Amy and in the museum
with Matt Smith. The Moffatism ending.
Yeah, the first Moffatism. But yeah, it was a great scene with River Song because he was like, that puny weapon's not gonna affect me, and she's like, normally you'd be right, but you're currently still recovering. You just woke up. So I think it would only take a blast of about 90% directly to your eye stalk to kill you. And then she just points it directly at him, and then he starts going, but you're the companion of the Doctor. You will show mercy. And he's like, and she's like, search your databanks again and look for River Song. And then you just see it kind of like, you just see like something just flash in the Darlac, and you get it. It's like, oh shit. And then you just start saying mercy over and over and over again. And so, yeah. Like you said, that scene right there, that's such memorable scene that I can literally recount by heart, practically line for line. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes that scene so stupid that you shouldn't be able to know okay, so you could argue that the Doctor wasn't in the room, right? So maybe he's never heard one say. It just seems so stupid because if the audience,
you think they'd have that as pillow talk.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, hey, you want to know what I did with my gun today, baby? Because he even made the comment. He's like, it shouldn't get me so excited, but it does.
You know what? Actually, the good thing about watching these later episodes with Capaldi is just like I'm developing more of a love for Matt Smith's era, just because I have a feeling there's less fun. It feels much more serious, and it's losing a little bit that whimsical fun that I think they were trying to get into with the first go with Peter Capaldi, but then they seem to have lost it.
Yeah, and I can't remember. I don't remember these seasons too well because there wasn't a lot of these episodes I went back and watched more than once, like some other stuff I have. There are episodes in these seasons that I have watched many a times. Mm-hmm. But at the exact same time, it's hard for me to remember like that era of Matt Smith kind of whimsical fun, quick talk writing, and like all of that other kind of stuff too. Just great quippy little 30-second conversations that you're just like, that is so fucking great. That was so memorable. That was so good. You know, I'm trying to think, and I was also kind of like drinking heavily during this era too. So it might be some of that. Fine. There might be some of that too. But we'll find out. And the worst part is we'll find out together.
Yeah. And like the one, because we got to get started soon, but one little capper that I find kind of the most irritating, two cappers I find the most irritating is I think what they were trying to do was Clara going over and being mad at the Doctor having the Master as his best friend. And I think what they were trying to do was he killed Danny Pink. How can you still consider him your best friend? The way it was played, though, it really did come off as Clara being jealous. Like, so I wasn't going to get that disc. You gave the disc to him and not me? Or to the Master?
It was supposed to come off as jealous.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was totally. No, it was totally supposed to come off. No, it was totally supposed to come off as jealous. And it's also one of those situations where you understand why it's stupid for her to be jealous, because guess what? You're a human. And yeah, technically it can be sent to you anywhere in space and time, theoretically, but also like the Master's kind of closer to eternal, like the Doctor is, than any human would ever be. Like, I would, like, as a human companion, you should, if you understand the Doctor well enough, you would never expect something like that.
Like, but you think of all the other people, and Clara knows all these other people because Clara went through the Doctor's entire lifespan. All the other people, Clara would be like, Clara should know. She'd be the lowest man on that fucking totem pole. He would have sent it to River's Song. He would have sent it to Martha. He would have sent it to Donna's dad because he couldn't send it to Donna because it would kill her. Like, he would have so many other people he would send it to who he had a much more he would send it to fucking Rose's mom before he'd send it to fucking Clara.
So very true. So very true. So, all right, boys and girls. You got one? Yeah, go ahead. One more.
I said it as a twofer. So the first one is like, Clara, you have no fucking right to be jealous. You didn't fucking earn his best friend. You didn't earn his BFF bracelet, bitch. The other one that went over and kind of killed me about that episode, and even though Missy is great and I fucking love her, she was dressed and acted more like the Doctor than the Doctor is at the moment. She's the one who's sporting the proper attire, the more gentlewomanly attire, and the old English attire, while he's like having his midlife crisis and playing guitar. Even though props to Capaldi for playing guitar. I'm not saying you're old. I'm saying this show made it look like midlife crisis.
Well, and it was also supposed to be like it was supposed to be his big going out party. Like, this was supposed to be when he died, was the next time he saw Davros. Everybody was like, he's gonna die. So yeah, that had something to do with it. That definitely had something to do with it. But yeah, that's how it was all printed. But anyway, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. And we've got to start off over on Kick tonight because, as usual, boys and girls, donations always take priority. And of course, direct donations are appreciated, but any way you support the channel makes you absolutely beloved to each and every one of us. And of course, as usual on these evening streams, boys and girls, there are rewards for certain types of donations. Direct donations, you can get anything you want. Dancing Baby, Dancing Sunker. I can't do any shots, but I'll chug like half a beer or something, depending on, a $50 level, a $25 level, whatever it is. Dancing Baby, Dancing Sunker come at pretty much any direct donation level. But one of the rules that has been going around for a very long time, actually, well, the first rule we had for these evening streams was, of course, gifted subscriptions, boys and girls, because gifted subscriptions are a beautiful way to support the channel. We love seeing all of the red in the chat on Rumble, and we especially love seeing all of those names turn into subscribers over on Kick, because Dragon Noodle has gifted 5 Common Nerd subs over there on Kick for $25. Thank you, Dragon Noodle.
Thank you.
And ladies and boys, generals and boys, gifted subs equal Dancing Sunker.
Why do you always put the scary music? And this is how she carried out the murders.
I really should always play the Sunker judges you before I do that one. But Dragon Noodle, thank you for the 5 subs over there on Kick, buddy. And Dragon Noodle says, despite the fact that they are technically nemesis during this point and time, Missy is the only other living person who can understand him and understand him on the same level, says Dragon Noodle. If the Time Lords have the ability to reincarnate, how do they recognize each other between wearing different faces? Why are you dying? Stop dying, do the other thing. Oh God, yeah, that scene. And I think there was something once talked about at one point about like auras or energies. There was always a way for Time Lords to kind of detect each other. It was kind of like Highlanders, kind of like the Immortals and Highlanders.
It's Highlander Gator.
Yeah, exactly. It's a sixth sense. But thank you again, Dragon Noodle. All right, let's say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there on the chat over on Rumble and YouTube. And as a friendly reminder to anybody hanging out over there on YouTube, please join us over on Rumble because of YouTube's bots and all of their copyright claim system that's completely and totally abused. Please join us over on Rumble where we can play these, or Kick if you like Kick. If you don't want to comment, you can watch us on Twitter. If you don't want to sign up for Rumble, it's totally okay. You just click the link, it'll open up in your browser, and you can just sit back, chill, and watch and do whatever you want. Hand check. But that being said, that's just the way the rules work over there on YouTube. So we have to do it over there on Rumble. And there's a great chat. They've really been improving the system over there. So definitely come check us out over there. But speaking of people over on YouTube, Michael says, I see boobies in the thumbnail. I like the simple things, Hey, I feel you, Michael. I feel you. We're visual people. So I understand. Hey, trust me. I know what sells in a thumbnail. I'm not stupid. Speaking of not stupid, this eccentric. Hey. In the chat. What's up, buddy? Another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble says, hail, Jesse, hail, Serenity, hail, this eccentric.
I got to play with this eccentric today.
Whoa! This eccentric, you lucky dog. Nasty. I don't even want to know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Just a little tabletop.
Wow, this eccentric had her on the tabletop. Boys and girls. That's an exciting day. Holy cow. No wonder Sunker's so tired. No wonder she got sick. That'd make anybody sick. Captain, have fun.
Exhausted. I actually do feel a little bit like I can do that whole like song and dance from Blazing Saddles. I'm so tired. Sick and tired of love. Got the outfit for it.
That is true. That cost extra money, boys and girls. That cost extra money.
Oh, Captain, that has to be in credits.
That's got to be something good. Captain Have Fun says, hey, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble. Good to see you, Captain Have Fun. Glad you made it in, buddy. Glad you made it in. Never seen this on a Saturday. Yeah, we've got to do it on Saturdays right now until Sunker's done with her furry game. She's been doing a lot of furry stuff on Sunday evenings right now. So yeah, that's going to be over in a few weeks. And she'll be done doing her furry thing, and we'll be back to Sunday nights. So a few more weeks on that one. Stay on target. What's up, buddy? Hey. A good Saturday to you all. Good to see you. Good Saturday to you as well. Stay on target. Glad you made it in. What's the best New Zealander have to do with this? Did we say as his name? John Washburn over on YouTube says, hail all. Hail, John, one of our resident lurkers. Good to see you. Madhouse Retro. Another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble says, hi, nerds. Hi, Madhouse. Good to see you, buddy.
Hi.
Good to see you. As Sunker coughs and dies. She's still coughing up some of this eccentric. Stoner Cat says, hello. Hello, Stoner Cat. Good to see you, Stoner Cat. Hook. Good to see you as well. Hook. Hello. There you go. Up. Good to see you.
My favorite Robin Williams movie, or one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, that's a great one though. God, Hook's one of the Hook. We definitely have to do as a palate cleanser on Thursday night sometime. We need to start making a list of all the things we need to do as a palate cleanser, so we've got a list that we can just go through. Yeah, Rufio. That was
such a good lead up to that. That was such a good lead up.
Yes, it was. Oh God, it was so good. If I ever did have a dad, I'd want it to be just like you.
We would have adopted you. He would have.
Yeah, absolutely, in a heartbeat. JR24 says, bonjour, Jesse. Bonjour, JR24. Good to see you. And yes, thank you, Madhouse Retro. If you guys would like to get something in return for your wonderful hard-earned cash out there, we do have merch. Madhouse Retro did a great job going through and doing some really cool designs for us. And if you've been here since the last YouTube channel, there's even a special t-shirt over there that's I was here before the ban. So go check all of that out. Thank you very much, Madhouse Retro. Appreciate that as well. Let's see what else we got here. There's Stoner Cat. Lol. Everybody loves that stuff. John Washburn's like red heart shape. Yeah, everybody loves the dancing sunker pictures. There you go. That's right, JR24. There can only
be one.
Careful,
if you lose your head, you lose everything.
That's fact. Sunker equals Lily Von Stepp. I have no idea who that is. Sunker.
Yeah, that's her name. And everybody's Von Stepp.
Okay. I got you.
Oh, wed woes. How romantic.
I love it. Yeah, we've got to definitely do more Mel Brooks stuff. Darth Dave, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble. Good to see you, Darth Dave. Says, hail, Darth Dave. Did you get here in time for the dancing sunker? There's always dancing pugs, though. That's right. Exactly, Darth Dave. Don't cough it up. Just swallow. Good girl. That's right. Good girl. You and Serenity were talking about during the heel and babyface. Heels versus babyface. Yeah. Okay, that's what you were talking about.
Heel versus babyface as it's wrestling terms. Back when wrestling was really relevant.
Oh shit, Matt! I gotta go read the kick chat. Apparently, Madhouse Retro decided to be ridiculous again. Dragon Noodle thought me and Sunker were married. Only in Madhouse's fucking dreams. Oh man. What's going on? The great
single gentleman. No one's crazy enough to shack up with this shit.
Boy, ain't that a damn fact. And I've met her in person. The Great White Count. This is very clever marketing. Thank you, Great White Count. We do what we can. You should have been here for the Dancing Sunker video. I hope you were. If not, just rewind a little bit. What critter does she play as?
Theurge, Lupus Black Fury.
There you go. Lupus Black Fury. So there you go. I'll let you interpret that as however you'd like. Oh, there you go. Men of culture. Here we are again. The Great White Count says, absolutely. Make sure you guys join us over on Rumble. If you're over on YouTube, we're going to give you a little bit of a tease here in a little bit. And then we got to cut you off because of all the stupid rules over there, all the stupid bots over there on YouTube. But Read by Nature. What's up, Read by Nature? Hail, Read by Nature. And like I said, you guys don't even have to create an account. You can just click the link and watch in your browser and have a grand old time. That's like Blazing Saddles reference. You nailed it. It's true.
They always said your kind was gifted. Oh, it's true.
Oh, daily, night, and ever so rightly. Oh, God, Madhouse. Dear God. There we go. Always able to rewind. That is right, Darth Dave. That is an absolute fact. All right. Let me get to some of these over here on Kick real quick, and then we'll get started, I promise. Oh, let's see here. There's Madhouse Retro. Oh, still no mod over here. Chat can't post a link. Sorry, Madhouse. You'll be okay. Which gets mad at me when I like boobies.
You just can't talk about them too much, or else they go away. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that's true. You can't. That's why you got to be quiet about it and just send money, because then she stops forgetting. Then she keeps forgetting. I love that. She's born to dogs and lizards, right? Right now. That's a good point. I thought you were married to Madhouse. I'm sorry, Madhouse is Dragon Noodle. Oh, that's great. Oh, this makes me happy. Missy really does show how the Time Lords have a much different sense of morality than humans, and why she doctors human companion keeps him grounded. Yes, Missy is probably similar to what the Doctor might be if he no longer cared about humans. Yes.
And the very big thing about that, because with Old 2, the Master had a high standing, or had at least, if he wasn't hated amongst the other Time Lords, he was actually well respected amongst the Time Lords. Despite the Doctor saying he's an asshole. It's just potato.
And a little crazy. What's up, Real White Nation Gaming Clips? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for that wonderful tease that we're going to give all of you.
Congrats.
Get started.
Congrats, Real Nation Gaming Clips.
Oh, cool. We made the Freight Punch earlier on Rumble. Hell yeah. Yeah, they're doing a real good job about that with Rumble with a lot of the gaming. Oh, excuse me, with a lot of the gaming streams and stuff like that. So that's hella awesome. That's hella awesome.
Yeah,
Darth Dave, go ahead.
I managed to get there once, but that was when I was making fun of Melanie Mac.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You were on one.
I was playing the game that she freaked out about, and just like, oh no, this lustful game, I can't handle it.
Dude, I love I love everybody that starts their videos now with like Gooners win or Gooners gonna goon and whatever game they're playing afterwards. Like, yeah, Vera, I love Vera Dark. I've been watching Vera since she was still in like the single 1,000 digits, and she had a title today that was like Gooners win, and yada 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 melts down. All the little Wokies melt down or whatever, and I'm just like, I love it. I love that shit so much.
That's what the customers are. And
yeah, it's totally.
Get mad at your customers. You want to make money or not, bish?
Exactly.
By the way, the game Melanie got mad over. It's a mediocre online game. It's pretty mediocre.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. I just can't remember the name. But yeah, did you see that new? First Ascendant, right? Yeah, yeah. I still need to play that. I downloaded it. I still need to say
it's okay. I can play with you.
All right. Yeah. You won't be the only one that's eccentric. Giggity. But yeah, no, I did the new fucking Squirrel Girl outfit that they put out today. I've got a video clip of it. Oh, dude, it's her beach outfit. And Squirrel Girl's thick in fucking Marvel Rivals. So yeah, it's
after all those nuts, I mean. Sorry.
You earned it.
I can't be allowed amongst polite society. I don't know why.
I love it. Oh, that was great. Oh, Madam Savvy, the Goon Queen, indeed. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Doctor Who, Season 9, Episode 3, Under the Lake. Ooh, giggity. I wonder if you fear of drowning.
I don't have a fear of drowning. I just have a fear of open water.
Private Journal of Captain Jonathan Moran.
Ooh, that is loud.
November 2119.
Is it really?
Yeah, it hurts my ears a bit.
Wow, let me check some of the audio in the back. That's wild. That's unusual. I can turn my share screen
2021.
down. There you go. All right, let me know how this is. Yeah, C-Lab 2021.
We have located a craft of unknown.
Why not? Why can't we call it a spaceship? Oh, that's right. It's an underwater amphibious craft. That's why they go under. It's an USO underwater flying out. No, wait, no, that's not right. A USO.
Call it a sea ship.
Unidentified. A sea ship. There you go. Or a sea shanty. A sea shanty. I like that. I didn't know. I like that. I know what this is. It's Warhammer 40K. It's Dragon Noodle. There you go. Oh.
We don't know what it is.
A case could be made that this is.
Lon?
It's my ship. Sunken ship.
Sunken ship. There you go. Yeah, it's sunken ship. That's great, Darth Dave. And it's another one of them fucking corporate guys. Oh, well, I've got mining rights. I've got excavation rights. So it doesn't matter where it came from. It's mine. Yeah, you gotta love those guys. We had that guy in the library, except he ended up having really good reasons for it. But remember that we had Homeboy in the library.
He was odd, like Homeboy in the library, oddly based. I wish he came back because he was just like the only reason he was doing this. Like, there's a whole bunch of people here who are kidnapped by this fucking library, and I'm trying to save them.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the event Abyss. There you go. She's a sea witch. You didn't know? Yes. Oh, he's seen this once before. Just Dragon Noodle. There you go. All right, we're gonna go a little farther. We'll go a little farther.
Grab me a torch, would you? It was found on the... Where's the...
I did like the pointy engines. Go ahead.
It looks a little bit like the fucking Great Intelligence boys of Snow.
Oh, I gotta get what you're saying on that one. I get what you're saying on that one.
The torch.
Nice ominous music. Nice creepy ominous music, though. There you go.
Nice dog in the background.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can hear her.
Hey, buddy.
Another thunderstorm blew in, and she doesn't like storms. So yeah, I'm surprised she wasn't out here earlier. Maybe because the storm finally passed a little bit. Now she's worth getting out from under the bed. So yeah. The snow melted. It all makes sense. There you go. It's eccentric. There you go. That's how it got in there. God, look at his eyebrows. There you go. Well, hey, you see the deaf person in the background? You know, because we're in like a futuristic place, so they can't cure her hearing. And also, if she's deaf, why would you take her on an underwater sea expedition? That just sounds like a bad idea.
Wait, there's a deaf person? I wasn't paying
attention. She was just signing. Watch here.
Go fuck yourself. I just noticed that. It's so retarded that it was out of like you wouldn't have them there. You know how important it is to be able to fucking communicate?
Yeah, especially in like emergency situations and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you would need all kinds of extra equipment just to have her there in order to safely have her there to where she could get out in an emergency.
And just to be able to, like, it's not even just like, how dare you be able. It's not fucking ableist. This is so unsafe to have this bitch here, because just think about like how you have to hear. Like, sometimes it's not obvious when something bad is happening, but if you hear shit cracking, that's really, really fucking important, especially if you're underwater and the sea can crush you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like the way the pressure shifts and change if something like say a seal pops behind her and it's spraying water. She ain't gonna know it's even happened until the fucking water comes up over her ankle and she feels it. You know, unless the spray starts hitting her or something. So yeah, like there's just a million reasons why this is a really bad idea.
And just from like mechanical noises, like how you have ye old engineer guys, that they can sometimes tell what the fuck's going wrong with an engine just by listening to it. Where they're like, no, that's your fucking battery, bitch. We can go over and fix that real quick.
Go ahead. Oh no. Yeah, no, I think it's dumb. Go ahead.
Yeah, same. It's just so dumb. There's so many reasons why, and there's reasons why the military do not have deaf people in the fucking military. Yeah. And like this is essentially a contracting job where you hire, like most contract jobs doing stuff like this are generally filled with ex-military people, right? Because that's what you need. You need an elite group of people so you can do it cheaply, because that way everybody's really effective at their job. They're an expert at what they do. They don't drag the team down in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Because this is a salvage operation. This isn't some underwater college sea expedition where they're going down there to study plant life, where because it's a college, it makes sense to have a deaf chick there, right? Because they got to be all inclusive. This is a salvage team, okay? Like that is dumb. Just from a safety perspective, that is so dumb. It's just not good, and you can tell they're all military. They all fucking dog tags.
Right. Yeah. So it's not a wise choice at all. It's not a wise choice at all. But if we all end up living in the ocean, there might be deaf people. Deaf people can feel pressure changes in their ears. Some of them, right? Some of them, Darth Dave. Military has a lot of dumb people. Oh, different kind. Yeah. That's a completely different type of deaf. Trust me, I've seen them. Trust me, they are there. I promise you. You can barely hear anything at the factory, so it's really important to be able to. Says Dragon Noodle. Yeah, exactly. It's a huge safety concern.
Pretty much background level.
Anything more it would have shown up?
Make this for me.
Right. There you go. Right.
Like, and if it's the future, like they would have been able to fix this, or they would have gone over and have a tech to have her be able, like, just translation or something like that. You have something that's picking up and have the eye optic thing to go over and read it out. Like, this would not be happening here.
Yeah, because didn't we like look at this at the beginning? Wasn't this like 2200 or something like that? Like it was just several hundred years in the future. I don't remember the exact
There's a
ones
city
now,
at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, it's several years in the future. Why would a female soldier have hair that long? Depending on what branch you're in, outside of the actually The only time you have to cut it, even in the Navy, is during basic training for the females. But other than that, there isn't a single branch that has length requirements for females. There are bulk requirements, but trust me, I've seen girls that can do a badass bun out of 6 feet of hair. Okay. And it is tight and it fits right under their hat, just like it's supposed to. So yeah, there are no actual length requirements in any military branch in the United States. Just from the FYI. That's right. Oh, dude, yeah, trust me, some of them were fucking good. Marine girls were the best, but there was a couple of our Air Force girls that could fucking do it right.
I've not seen
and it was hot
like this
when they could. It really was
on Earth before.
Maybe it's some kind of experimental craft that got left behind when they abandoned the site.
What, you think the army would just lose a prototype weapon?
You knew.
Yeah, you haven't really met the military. If you think the military doesn't just fucking lose shit on occasion.
You don't think the Navy just drops shit off in the ocean because something's not working?
Yeah, that shit happens all the fucking time. That shit happens all the time.
Brother-in-law, when my brother-in-law was telling me that shit, I was like, fucking really? Like, yeah, all we had to do was really just like drill another hole into the equipment and it would work. And they're like, nah, fuck it, tip it. We'll put in the spare. It's like, wow.
Why fix something when you can get something? Why fix something now when you can get something brand new in 6 months? That's fucking the military. Holy shit. That's the fucking military. Oh, I'm so glad we were mechanics and we could fix all of our own shit. We didn't have to ask anybody else for shit. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, one language and English. Why? Yeah, they've spoken in American years. Exactly, Darth Haven, Captain of Fun. Absolutely. I believe they're called barracks bunnies. I hate that I know that term. I thought it was so fucking dumb. I saw, okay, so no bullshit. This shows you how fucking ignorant Tim Pool is of the actual military. Because I was watching one of his clips today or yesterday. I can't remember because there was something going on. I was curious about the Indian.
Tim Pool talking out of his ass? What?
Right. But he's on his little round table. This was a clip they cut out of their little night show. And this motherfucker goes, they made up the term barracks bunnies as a marketing tool to attract young incels in the military. Now, he could have been being sarcastic, and this could have been something that some woke asshole about the military said. But he said that, and I was like, if that really is your opinion, you're the dumbest motherfucker that I have ever met. Because there were dorm whores all over the place, dude. Like, there was plenty of them that we knew that had banged a good portion of the guys all over the place. So yeah, that is an absolute legit 100% thing, dude. So yeah, that was just like, really? No, they're absolutely our dorm bunnies. They're our absolute fucking dorm whores, dude. It's just an absolute fact. And it's one of those things. It's like, what would a guy do in that situation? You're literally 1%. Maybe you're surrounded by 90% of the rest of the people you work with are the opposite sex. A lot of them are young, single, and in the best shape of their life. What the fuck would you do?
Stop fucking! God damn it! You're here for war. Damn it!
New to the military, aren't you, son?
Yes,
Women in the military.
They're in the military. They're in the fucking military. Why would you have a deaf person in the fucking military? No, that makes no sense. That makes no fucking sense. Oh.
You wouldn't. You would, she would have you could do something cool, like she could have an implant or something that could haywire because of alien bullshit, and then she loses the ability to, and then they'd have to do the sign language stuff.
That would have been a great fucking, great way to kneecap her and give a lot of great drama and tension to the scene and the story. But no. A disabled person, a person that checks a box, has to be able to do the exact same thing and has to be just as good as everybody else with full abilities.
Sorry, I need my paraplegic Navy SEAL or this is not acceptable.
I gotta have my fucking magical wheelchair in Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck out of here.
God fucking damn it. Fucking assholes. hear that coming, did ya?
Fuck. Savage. General trivia, when Toby Whithouse learned that he would be writing a 2-part story, he was uncertain about his ability to commit to a pair of scripts, but he finally relented when he was informed that his adventure would be made first, and hence would have few budgetary constraints. In the transmission order, it would ultimately compromise the year's third and fourth episodes, which obviously we know. Yeah, there you go. Toby Whithouse. There you go. This is the fucker responsible for it. He was checking boxes like a good boy when the corporate executives tell you exactly what to do. Good job, slave. Stay on the plantation.
We haven't done that yet.
What? No, not yet. We haven't even got through the intro yet. Go ahead. What were you saying? Was that what you were saying?
Yeah, that was all. Just like when we have to go over and do you also got a bot.
Oh, yeah. We always get bots on Twitch. It's no big deal. I don't care.
And I just didn't know when you wanted to go over and do the swap over.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably good. We're only 2 minutes and 24 seconds into this episode, but that's okay. You're right. That's a good time. So, read by nature. Anybody else out there might still be lurking over there on YouTube. Please join us over here on Rumble for the rest of the show, because we'll probably get copyright claim for this anyway. So make sure you leave a comment. If you are going to stay over on YouTube, please leave us a comment afterwards, letting everybody know that we're fabulous, that we're wonderful, that you love everything we're doing, because we're the bestest Doctor Who reviewers ever. Bestest Doctor Who reviewers or streamers or whatever you want to call us. I have no idea, but either way, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun over on YouTube. As always, Read by Nature, Madhouse Retro, The Great White Count. I think that name is hilarious. John Washburn, Stoner Cat, Hook, and anybody else out there that might be lurking and listening. Sunker, wave to everybody and say goodbye, my dear.
Goodbye, my dear. Fuck you, I'm not doing the sexy voice.
Rude. Not going to do the sexy voice. Rude. All right, back to Doctor.